anyone else notice that if Xcel Energy had been given the authority to design and oversee the allocation and distribution of the COVID-19 vaccinations, it is very likely that millions more of us would now be vaccinated? Here's what I'm thinking. Xcel Energy provides service to millions of people who are sure to become crabby, maybe desperate, if there is a disruption in their supply of electricity. Nearly all the time, Xcel provides them with the energy they are expecting, to the point where it is easy for Xcel's customers to think that this is just the way the world works. We turn on a switch and the light comes on. And to shift to more recent times, with the pandemic, we have retreated to our homes where we rely more and more on electricity-dependent computers and phones. Xcel keeps the power flowing into millions of outlets. But nature never signed a memo of understanding promising to comply with this program. Heavy snowfalls, especially when the leaves are still on trees, bring branches crashing down on wires. Heavy winds sometimes outperform snowstorms in making a mess of transmission systems. The last time that troubles of this sort affected my neighborhood, Xcel moved quickly to tell me that the problem was being addressed and then gave me an accurate prediction of when the problem would be resolved. Xcel's performance and communication is a world apart from what I remember of the curt and cryptic updates given me by airlines when my flights were delayed back in the days when I used to frequent airports. Most important for the point I am pushing now, when Xcel has a supply disruption, capable and coordinated teams move quickly into action. In a futile act of counterfactual imagining, think what it would have been like a year ago if the people who created Operation Warp Speed, ready for renaming as Operation Warped Speed, the nation's program for discovering and distributing the vaccines, what if those people had moved fast to contact Ben Fauke, who was just stepping down as Xcel's chairman, president, and CEO? I would have been happy to draft the letter. March 13th, 2020, dear Mr. Fauke, your nation needs you. Scientists are hard at work on the quest to discover vaccines for COVID-19. These scientists are taking on a very difficult job, but distributing and allocating the vaccines they bring into existence is going to be an even more difficult job. Mr. Fauke, we know that you have just retired and we recognize that you were planning an era of relaxation, but we cannot overstate how urgently the nation needs your services. If you are simply unavailable, we ask Xcel for permission to requisition Alice Jackson, President, Xcel Energy, Colorado, who we have learned from many sources knows how to turn an impossible task into a complete accomplishment. Please answer fast. Yours, the Warp Speed authorities. Well, yes, there is a preponderance of evidence that a letter along these lines never got written or sent. But writing it was certainly fun, even if it is far too late to be helpful. Of course, I am aware that there are mixed opinions of Xcel in Boulder County, but I stand by my hypothetical belief. If Xcel had designed the vaccine distribution system, 1, we would know whom to contact to ask for service. 2, we might not get the vaccination access we wanted right away, but we would know when we might expect to get such access. And 3, we would be able to say to ourselves, somebody with time-tested experience figured out how to manage this enormously complicated process. Since I am a resident of the no man's or no woman's land of eligibility for the vaccine, I might be particularly susceptible to this futile dream of an efficient system for requesting and receiving a vaccine. Some authorities, yes, Governor Polis, I'm talking about you, hold press conferences to say that people 65 and over now qualify for priority. But no one who coordinates actual appointment supplying websites seems to attend those press conferences. But as I linger at home, waiting for some portal to open, Xcel is keeping my house well lit and warm on some very cold days. Alice Jackson, you and your coworkers have my gratitude and my admiration. If you also notice this or have any other reflections you'd like to share, we would love to hear from you. Please email us at patricia.limerick@centerwest.org.